Hi, everyone. Come on in, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Come on in. Come on in. Say hello. Hello, Mr. Kelvin. How are you? Hi, everyone. Let's see. Can y'all hear me good? Let's make sure there isn't any issues with audio. What's going on, people? Can y'all confirm that you can hear me good? Instagram, okay, on TikTok. Thank you. Hi, TikTok family. Perfect. All right. Thank you. What about y'all on Facebook and YouTube? Shelly, bummy dada. Shem bummy. Loud and clear. So it's in the sanctuary. You know how to send me a message if that goes. So hopefully not. Well, hi everyone. What's going on, people? Perfect. Is she going? Thanks, everybody. Hi, everyone. This is Attorney 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕, immigration attorney based in Alabama, representing immigration clients in all 50 states. In all 50 states. Mata in the US. So much as the US language. And Hawaii and Alaska. I think they're supposed to be part of the US. But come on in. Y'all don't even know what this Tuesdays and Thursday lives do. Thank you. It is amazing just coming together and sharing good news. And my client whose case was expedited, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 case was expedited. We got her approval notice today. All 4 of her kids are listed, and then we're on to green cards being adjudicated. She has a new EAD C31. Y'all, it's a great day. God is faithful. God is faithful. In spite of it all, God remains faithful. But anyway, come on in. Say hello when you come on. Y'all know the drill. So, Imani is she's not answering questions. No. We do questions at the end of, but luckily today we're doing questions. It's time for immigration questions today. So put your questions in the comment section and we will go through taking rounds. I hope you all had a good weekend because, this is Monday, But yesterday was actually public holiday for those who actually have public holiday. So I don't know. Most schools actually have fall break. My kid, meaning my 13-year-old, is on fall break, so they go back to school tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to that. TJ. Life is not fun without TJ in it. Let's just say that. TJ, can you hear what I'm saying? But anyway, contact information is 334-341-4475. Visit our website at 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕.com. info@𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕.com. That's the email address. Same number on WhatsApp. Once again, we don't do calls on WhatsApp. We only do text messages. So if you text us, we'll respond. But if you need to call and talk to someone in the office, you can call same number directly, but not on WhatsApp, and someone will be glad to provide you the information that you are looking for. We'll get to that in a minute. And if you just joined up for the first time, let me know. Say hello. So let us welcome you to this positive gathering we have. Positive was another label for gathering. What's the word? I don't know. Someone come up with a word. But anyway, once again, this is Attorney 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. I'm an immigration attorney that I represent immigration clients in all 50 states. Please share this video. Follow us in Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Subscribe to YouTube channel. First timer, I don't want to murder your name because I think you combined it. No, that's not it. 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. I think that's your. Is that someone else? I don't know. But welcome. So if you've got questions, put them in the comment section and we'll go through those questions. Time for immigration questions. That's what we're going to talk about today. Miss Illinois Sanctuary has been good enough to put that information on the screen. It does, because I get that question every single day. When I tell people call our office every day, like, but I live in Texas, but I live in Massachusetts, but I live in California. It doesn't matter what state you live in. So immigration is federal practice. That means an immigration attorney who is licensed in any state and practices immigration can represent you regardless of the state you're in. So that is awesome. Yes, once again, tonight is time for immigration questions. So I will just let you guys put the questions up, and we will. Let me see if I can do. Let's see if I click you into joining. No, don't back up now, because whenever you do that, let me see if we can do a quick live consultation. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, that didn't work. Okay. So why are you sending the request if you don't want to be on? Why do you send a request if you're going to decline it? Because I can see it says declined. But anyway. Oh, Lord. Okay, sent it again. I ain't doing that. But anyway, let's start with questions. Let's see. TJ. Hey, Miss Giwa. Hey, how are you? I love that you're on YouTube now. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all at 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 Immigration. So yes, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. But so just type in at 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 Immigration. I just put in 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. I think that usually comes up to me. Funny enough. So true story. So this morning, my oldest kid is in college, SJ. I said, "Hey, precious child of mine," and his response came back. He goes, "Hey, sissy lawyer." He got jokes. But that name has stuck. I'm telling you, T. But Miss Giwa, I sent you an email. Check your email. Hi, Miss Gibson. How are you? See, come read right here. Where's my TJ? Mm-hmm. Say hi. That's my baby, y'all. That's my baby. He's always going to be my baby. But anyway, okay. Let's go. I'll come back to that. So, Miss Gibson, that's your TJ right there. All right, let me start on. I think you're all just getting in on Facebook and YouTube. So let's start here. Let's see. Welcome on board, everybody. First time, welcome. Good to be here. Omo Olunla. Okay, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Can you lead us? There's no, there's nothing. I'm just waiting to get the initial 5-year work permits because they will start rolling in soon, especially if your case. So if you're wondering, why, if for instance, if you're getting your work permit and it's still a 2-year work permit and you're wondering, okay, you thought USCIS said they're going to be issuing a 5-year work permit, why you getting a 2-year work permit? The thing is this: you may have received the actual work permit itself after September 27, 2023. But if your application itself was approved prior to September 27, 2023, then you're still going to receive a 2-year work permit. If it was approved on or after September 27, 2023, not mailed now, approved after that date, then that's when you get the 5-year. But if it was approved after, even though it was mailed after that, it was approved before, even if it was approved after, mailed after September 27, you're still going to get a 2-year work permit. So just so you're not wondering, okay, 5-year work permit, what am I getting 2 year? That's probably why if you're getting a 2 year, because we got another couple, I think 4 of them today, and they're all still 2-year work permit because they were all approved prior to September 27, even though they were mailed after. I hope that makes sense. My office is located, my office is located in Alabama, Small Police, Alabama, but I represent immigration clients in all states. So it doesn't matter what state you live in. Welcome on board, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. What country flag is that? Listen, I did law, so I didn't have to do geography or science because I can no, that won't miss me with that one. But I don't know what I'm gonna say. About April 2021, when I should expect a decision. Why takes about 3 years. Why takes about 3 years. That's what it is. You can still request for them to expedite your case. It's a case by case. It's decided case by case basis. If you've got, humanitarian grounds, medical emergency, financial hardship, some other form of hardship. But, for instance, my client whose approval came to the end of her C31 EAD. Well, I can't tell you what I used to request for hers, but yeah. I mean, if you have a similar case, then we can discuss that. But okay, let's see. Thank you for sharing, Debbie. Appreciate that. What happens if your name is incorrect on the resident card? You would have to send it back to them, file an I-90, but indicate that you're not going to be paying, as long as the error was on the part of USCIS. If the error was made by you in the sense of you had your name incorrectly entered in your form, then you're going to have to pay the filing fee. But it was their error, which a lot of, I think about, if not at least 7 that I can think of, my clients where USCIS actually sent EADs, and rather than write Nigeria on the EAD country of birth, they put, I think is it pronounced Niger or Niger? And so for whatever reason, the I and A, they decided to fit those to the cat. And so what I've had to do, and given the fact that it's a VA case, it's harder because I don't want to have to submit the normal procedure will be, you don't have to file a 765, just write a letter, request to them like, hey, you made an error, can you fix this? But it's been both ways for me, because I can send an email to them as an attorney on the case, and 50% of those cases, they just email me back and say, hey, we're sorry for the inconvenience. And then we actually sent 2 out today of amended EADs. So if it's an error they made, then file an I-90. Disclaimer, general information. So please do not take any responses to your questions as a solicitor. No. So disclaimer, just general information. If it helps your case, that's fine. But if you need to discuss specifics of your case, then we do that over a proper paid consultation. All right, so let's see. Okay, I'll get to you 1 second. I'll get to you in a second, just 1 minute. All right, we're just going around. Okay, let's see. What happens if you're someone that can one travel with advanced parole card to Canada or UK? Advanced parole is related to your travel back to the United States. So advanced parole does not give you permission to enter another person's country. Advanced parole is for you to present at the port of entry when you're coming back into the United States. Basically, it doubles as a visa, just like you would, apply for a visa if you're coming to the United States. That's what advanced parole does. So whether or not you can travel to Canada or UK, that depends on if you are someone who needs a visa to visit those countries. Advanced Pro doesn't give you that. Just so you're aware. Okay. Let's see. All right. What can I if I want to bring my seat that here? I'm assuming you mean what can you do? If you want to bring your SIG dad here in Texas, but I'm not really sure what you mean. What can you do? In what sense? Okay. Let's see. I don't want to miss anyone's. Okay, so that's where I stopped. If you have 10 years green card and you're owing some money in taxes, can you become a citizen? That's going to go to, that's going to be factored into your good moral character. And if so, the best thing for you to do is to contact IRS or get a tax consultant, an accountant, and have them help you have a payment plan with the IRS. USCIS wants to see that you're making attempts, you have a plan to pay back, you're not owing taxes. It depends on how long you've had those back taxes for. So if you owe taxes, it doesn't look good for you when it comes to citizenship, but you can work towards making it look good in the sense of you have an agreement, you have a plan in place, and you're paying towards that plan before you even file for your citizenship. So you've got to take care of that first before you even embark on filing for citizenship. That's what I would advise you to suggest for you to do. Okay. My husband's I-130 is approved, but I-45 is denied. What are we going to do next? Consult with a lawyer. How long for F2 category green card holder 2022? How long for what? Okay. I like your hair. Thank you. It's about time I washed the darn hair. I'm just being lazy about it. Well, then again, maybe that's not really the reason why I haven't watched it. But anyway, we left that alone. I filed about 2021. The USDA has received additional evidence in 2022, but no decision yet. VAR takes up to 3 years. Let's see. God bless you as well. Thank you. Let's see. Can I ask for extension of my K1 visa? You just go ahead and apply. The consular officer has the authority to actually extend that. So because it's taking them a while to actually send the welcome letter and give you the case number. So the consular officer actually has the authority to extend it. So don't worry about that. And usually they would say, if you make an inquiry, they will respond in the email and let you know that you don't have to worry about if it expires, they would extend that for you. After getting married, what's the first step to do your paperwork? Sit down with a lawyer to evaluate your case. Okay, taxes and okay, I already said that. What next after you submit your IRA? If you requested, USCIS makes a decision. How long it's going to take them to make that decision? That's depends on a lot of factors. What it is. Are they still trying to investigate your case? Is it a marriage-based case? Do they plan to make unannounced visit to you? And so they're going to stall to see if it's a genuine relationship. There's a whole lot that goes into, and it depends on what kind of immigration benefit you're seeking. I filed for I-130 45 and USCIS requested for my birth certificate, but since then, no reply. So let's address this. The fact that they sent you an RFE to request for an initial evidence does not mean that they're going to work in your case immediately. They receive the response to the RFE. Y'all, we've got to be patient. We've got to now. Some cases are being approved in 4 or 5 months. Yes. Some cases are being approved in 7 to 9 months. Yes. Some cases are taking 2 years. Yes. But what are you going to do about it? If your case is still within the normal processing time, then that's what it is. Even if you do a congressional assistance request, ombudsman inquiry, if it's still within normal processing time, then it's still within normal processing time. There's nothing that can be done about that. If it's outside normal processing time, or you've got a reason or a basis for them to expedite that, then that's different. But The fact that you send in a request that responds to your RFE doesn't mean they have to adjudicate your case immediately. It doesn't work that way. How long does a 751 take to get, and what do I have to, and what do I do if I have been married for over 8 years? What do you mean, what do you do? I-751 can take anywhere from less than a year, which I've had one approved in 5 months. Actually, Mr. K's case was approved in Mr. K. I don't know if you're still there. His case was approved without in November. It was approved, I think, in March of the next year. 4 months. But then I have some that it's been pending a year. And a lot of factors. If you're leaving a state that's got a lot of immigrants compared to someone who doesn't, what's the basis? Is it a joint filing? Is it a self petition? There's a lot of factors that will go into how long it's going to take them to adjudicate your case. Okay, I don't know why this jumps on. Okay. How long after I filed for my citizenship after my 2 years green card was approved? You have to be a legal permanent resident for 3 years if you're going to be filing citizenship based on marriage to a citizen. If not, then you've got to be a legal permanent resident for 5 years. Dear lawyer, I love that. This is on who that's so respectful. Dear lawyer, please, I want to consult me. How do I book a date? Okay. So if you go on our website, olalayalawfirm.com, or if you go on my page on TikTok right there, you should have a link to the website, or call my office when we open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Actually 8:30 is when we get there. When they get there. 334-341-4475. Well, the fastest way is to, or send a DM to us on Instagram, not on TikTok now, on Instagram. And Lydia would take care of it after she does the live for me. And she'll send you a link to do that. But it's pretty straightforward. If you go to olalayalawfirm.com, you would see that. And it's, let's see. My TPS still pending in my country has been redesignated. Do I need to reapply or wait for that? So if you already applied, I would assume that they will. It depends on when the application process starts for the reapplication or for extension. So there's a lot of missing information about your case in the sense of I have to know what the dates you're working with are. And so if you're not sure, when in doubt, speak with a lawyer. Do you know how many times that I've had to take on cases that people started themselves or they had an immigration consultant and now they've got to pay more than they would have paid initially to get it fixed? Just saying. I got my I-130 approved. Marriage-based I-485 is still pending. Filed 2.5 years ago. If your case is outside normal processing time, especially if you've had an interview, then you may want to consider, ombudsman inquiry, congressional assistance, sending a demand letter. Those are options that you may want to consider. But other than, if you have a lawyer, talk to your lawyer also in your case and see what they recommend. Can you adjust status for your spouse if you have a green card? If your spouse is in valid status when they apply, meaning they're valid non-immigrant status at the time they apply for their green card, and the priority date is current, then they're able to adjust status in the country. If they've overstayed, they cannot. Can you help send an inquiry about a PD request that was submitted by my former attorney? No, I cannot. You have to speak with that lawyer. So PD request is very specific to a case. Can you apply for TPS if you overstay, worked illegally after a legal entry, no criminal record? Your overstay or working illegally has nothing to do with TPS. It's very, very straightforward as far as, especially not having any criminal record. But the requirements are very straightforward. It's more particular about your physical presence and continuous presence, and if you have proof that you are a citizen of that country. So if you're not sure about what the requirements are, then it's best for you to sit down with a lawyer so you're sure. What happens if you get a second biometrics appointment after you respond to an RFE? Make that appointment. For whatever reason, I've had that happen quite a bit. And some of my clients would tell me, because I ask them, hey, what was the issue? And they say, hey, they couldn't read my prints from the first one. Or so don't think, oh, it's an error. No, you've got to make sure you attend that appointment. I filed for my husband's case, and my case is being actively reviewed by USCIS as of August 2023. Will it be long? Listen, I've had colleagues that have cases approved in less than 3 months. That happens. There's no rhyme or rhythm with USCIS. It just lets you know that if they're capable of doing that, then they are capable of approving everybody's case. Case in point, it was taken forever to get VAR receipt notices. But all of a sudden, now they're able to issue notices for VAR cases in less than 3 weeks. I think we put a post up yesterday because I was like, we filed it, and it was, I don't know how, it was less than a week from the date they received it to when they sent out the notice. I'm like, it's not even a month. Yeah, it's not even a month that I submitted that case. It's not a month. And I'm like, no, not just that case. And then right here on my floor in my office, right here, we've got to get quite another bunch. So I can imagine that some of the cases we submitted, even that same week or the week after, when it comes to our cases, probably have, or once we go through that. But so my point is, they're capable of actually processing these cases faster than they say they want to. But y'all just mark my words. Election year is coming. Mark my words. They're going to try to get as many citizens, or many people sworn in as citizens before the election time so they can increase their vote. You see. All this that it looks like, and no, you got to wait like 200 years. Yeah. 751 pennies since 2019. That shouldn't be. That is what, 4 years. That shouldn't be. The extension they're giving now is on 4 years. That shouldn't be. If you found it yourself, then you want to speak to your lawyer. Hello, Ghanaian wife. How are you? Great to know. So you want to speak to your lawyer if you see what your options are. What does RFE mean, and when do you send your when you send your RFE? Do they make a decision or go back in the order? I'm trying to understand your question. On the order it was filed. Okay. Whether they put it back. The thing is, when they send you an RFE, your case is paused, so they will not continue adjudication of your case until they receive the response to the RFE, and then they not adjudicate your case. Now, if it's a straightforward RFE, for instance, whenever I have employment-based cases, and they send an RFE for birth certificate, or they send an RFE for medical, once they get that RFE, almost guaranteed in my employment-related cases, I can almost guarantee that we will get the I-485 approved in less than 30 days. That's just what I've seen in employment cases. It is completely different when it comes to marriage-based cases or family-related cases. So, yeah. All righty, let's go here. Hello, Miss Tutuola. How are you? Zainab Love from Orlando, Florida. How are you guys in Florida? What's share everything? Well, okay, like y'all good. You're good evening, attorney. Have TJ practice soccer. How do you know TJ plays soccer? Who's that? Royal 496 Royal. How do you know my son plays soccer? Is it proper or advisable for a client to be monitoring his I-360 petition on the? Well, I mean, that's it doesn't affect anything. But the best thing is probably just sign up for an email or text alert, and they'll let you know when there's any updates rather than signing in every single day. That's what I would suggest. Okay. Alrighty. I have a VAR case. I have it. I have a VAR case. I have it additional evidence requests. And what is the next? Okay, I don't understand what you're asking me. Okay. Filed a VAR case in May 2022, received prima facie, and it has expired more than 60 days. I have not received prima facie renewal. I didn't receive any RFE. What should I do? If you have a lawyer on your case, let the lawyer know that you haven't received it. Then they can send an email to the Vermont Service Center. If you do not have a lawyer on your case, then you have to literally write in to because you can't call on the phone and ask them to send you a renewal because you haven't received it. Because sometimes they're humans, they may forget, whatever case may be, and then I have to email them and say, hey, we're still waiting on a prima facie determination or an extension for a client's case. So that's what you may have to do. How long can I stay outside the U.S. with advanced parole? Is it safe to stay outside for 60 days? And that's for me, and that's just my comfort level. I usually pushing it after 30 days is pushing it. But for me, I usually just tell my clients, 60 days is enough. Till I come back, we'll need the other side. That's just me, because you don't want to present to create a situation where you're not being asked, and they may or may not. But if you're staying more, much longer than usual, you don't want to create a situation where you're being questioned why. Okay. Let's see. I got 1 year. I got 1 year in May. It has expired and no renewal letter received yet. You would have to contact them. Pay more was just a solution to psychological effects and causes. I don't understand what you're saying. Is it? Are you talking about work permit? Yeah. So Ms. Love says you have to ask your lawyer for the extension, and sometimes they may mail it, and maybe you change your address, and you for what something you just never know. Maybe you change. Something. For instance, they claimed one of my clients. They claimed they have mailed a biometrics appointment to my office, and then we got an alert saying it was returned back to them. I was like, well, change your office now. Like y'all really serious? Like who in God's name is going to send it back when y'all send me oodles of mail every single day? But hey, it happened. And so I had to email them, which is a VAR case. Email them like, hey, y'all, we didn't get anything that came back undeliverable because I didn't change nothing about my office. And they sent me a copy of what was sent. But that's what that's one of the advantages of having a lawyer in the case. Just so that communication line can be open with you, and because you cannot, just like in a regular case, you can't pick up the phone and call USCIS regarding a VAR case. It's confidential. They can't give you any information over the phone. Actually, the customer service rep, so the agents on the phone, most of them do not actually have access to get into a VAR case because it's confidential. So good night. How much will your firm charge to do a case from the NVC stage? Fees depend on each case and discussed in the proper paid consultation. Hey, Miss Chrissy, how are you? Good evening. Miss Chrissy says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Miss Chrissy. How are you been? Okay, let's go to Instagram. Y'all, it's been a long day. Okay. Hey, Jim Crate. Good evening, our one and only. Oh my goodness. Okay. All righty. Thank you. You sent me an email. Yeah, I haven't gotten my emails today. Like, yeah. Yeah, I will be doing that probably later tonight. Yeah, once again, representing immigration clients. Thank you, Ro. In all 50 states, 334-341-4475. I'm doing well, Mr. Kelvin. Thank you. Okay. Is VA EAD renewal free or not? VA EAD is a C31 EAD. So if that's what you're talking about, that's not free. The first one you get is free. The first C31 EAD that's issued upon approval of your VA case is automatically issued to you by USCIS. You're not paying for that. However, when that expires, then for you to renew it, you've got to pay 410 for that. That is a C31. That's what's related and attached to a VA case. If you're talking about a C9 based on you filing a green card application, then if you've paid the $1,225 for the filing fee on that, then as long as that is pending, you don't have to pay new filing fees when you renew your EAD C9 category. Question 9. Yes, it is. My case says we actively working on your case. Now it's saying your case is taking longer than expected. Process about 2 months ago, though. 2 months ago, it's just. Hi, Miss Sabina. How are you? Okay. How can I know if I'm eligible for VA without much proof? I mean, when my American spouse did everything humanly possible to frustrate me and refuse to file for me, sit down with a lawyer. Many cases, VA cases are adjudicated and approved based on you having a very detailed declaration, witness affidavits. A lot of people do not have, physical proof of abuse. Even those who have been physically abused as immigrants don't want to make a report to the cops because you don't want anyone to call the cops on you or to call ICE on you. So don't worry about whether or not, if you want to know if you're eligible for VA, you've got to sit down with a lawyer to discuss your case. There's two ladies or something. Can a Nigerian with British passport apply for the DV lottery visa? He's a naturalized British citizen. So I don't want to give you wrong information. I cannot really remember how that is worded. There's a provision where even if you're from a country that does not qualify, but by either by birth or by virtue of your parents, where you have citizenship of another country, you may qualify. That there are specific requirements for that. So I don't want to misquote what it is, but it is possible. Let me put it that way. Now, being a naturalized British citizen, I'm not really sure how that plays, if that is something that is going to make you eligible or not. But I don't want to misquote. I don't want to give you wrong information. TJ is sweater weather. You don't even know my child. It's his mother's child. It was knuckle wearing clothes. What is Miss Edna Sanctuary? Where you're next door to me. How's the sweater weather yet? Like it's hot. We were still in the 80s today. Like what y'all living? Hello from Columbus, Ohio. How are you? From Houston, Texas. Olubumi, nice to meet you. Oh, sorry, Miss Abena. I hope you feel better soon. Yes, please share this video with your family, your friends. You just never know. This questions who is going to benefit from that. So share. That would be very much appreciated. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Hello, Mr. Maji. How are you? I think my email inbox is filled. Half of that is filled with your emails. Really, a friend to a friend. That's interesting. A friend to a friend to my friend said he got Havar before a year. It's possible. That's very possible. A friend to my friend, who also happens to be my client, got his VAR approved in 5 months. So we filed in February, was approved in August. So it's possible, but that's just not the norm. Just to, so we're facing reality. Is there a problem if you haven't received prima facie since 7 months? I don't. Once it's 6 months, I email them and say, "Hey, any people, what's going on? We haven't received prima facie in this case. Can you send us? Can you let us know if one was issued? Are we expecting one, or what's going on?" So that's just me. So 7 months, they would have heard from me by now. I'm the I'm the kind of lawyer where they have to tell when you've been put out of USCI's office before, you already know how that goes. Hey, but anyway, like for instance, I had emailed the DHS attorney on the PD request that I needed to be done, and they didn't respond, and so it was like 30 days, 40 days. I was like, I'm people you to Queen Town. So I emailed them again. I was like, hey. And so I decided to CC copy everybody's email. I'm sure they felt like, what the heck is this crazy? So, but it worked. Finally, someone go like, hey, do you mind not copying everyone? Like, well, nobody responded to my email. Can somebody at least respond and let me know if you guys are going to grant the speedy request? And they go, okay, we'll take a look at it and give us 60 days. Hey, that you could have just said that like 60 days ago. So, I mean, it doesn't. What's the worst that can happen? They'll tell you to stop. Okay, but just respond. So I don't mind sending emails. I don't, just to even know what's going on. I think it helps because we have to wait a long time already. So if it helps you, just give you some peace of mind, it doesn't take anything. My status has been approved since last year, July, through sibling sponsorship. How long do I have to wait? I'm a Nigerian. When you say your status has been approved, are you talking of what your sibling filed for you has been approved? Meaning the petition they filed, not you, because if you're still waiting, then I'm thinking you haven't filed your 485 yet. Because generally right now there is about a 15 to 16 year wait for siblings of citizens to become eligible to apply for either adjustment of status or immigrant visa at the embassy. So you have to be clear on what it is there. Hello, Ghanaian wife. Okay. Oh, Mr. Kelvin, 4 months. Yes. So Mr. Kelvin's case was approved I-754 in 4 months. So, but then again, like I said, there are a lot of factors that go, and we even had an interview actually. And there's some cases that are being approved without an interview. There's some cases that are still pending about a year. Especially if you live in states like Texas or Maryland or New York, those are states where there are a lot of immigrants in those states. So you may have a much longer waiting period, given the amount of applications or petitions that they have to adjudicate. Will you need a prima facie determination before a C9 work permit is issued? One has nothing to do with the other. What is the importance of prima facie? Is it important to actually put up a video up today? I want to say it's up, I think, because I reviewed and I have a lady who helps us post. So if it's up, go on my page. Yeah, there's actually a video about prima facie determination. General information. What if the petitioner calls immigration after divorce? Okay, so what if? What's the question? Can I apply for EAD with a job offer as a nurse without OPT? OPT is for. So are you on an F1 visa status? Or what does OPT have to do with you applying for a job? And you can't just apply for an EAD. You've got to have, if it's not F1 related OPT, then what is your basis for applying for a work permit? Biometrics was done August 11. Still haven't gotten any update pertaining to work permit. I've said it several times. Your biometrics timeline has nothing to do with your EAD. There are a lot of work permits that are being issued without fingerprint on them. It has not. One has not. Sometimes, coincidentally, you may have do your biometrics and the next year EAD is approved, but one does not depend on what happens with the other. Hello, Mr. Melville. How are you? I'm good. Hello, Miss Aminat. It's been 8 months and no work permit. What should I do? It depends on the category you found in. Your case may still be within normal processing time. So that's usually about average of what it's taken. Ghanaian wife, you got a little one on the way. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Ghanaian wife. They've got a little one on the way. Oh, God bless you. So y'all people who are just having kids. I cannot. But I love this stage of life where I can literally go visit a friend, a family member who's got a baby. You know why I love it? Because I can leave that baby where the baby is. Like, bye, baby. Bye, owner, baby. Y'all have fun. But y'all, nobody's going to say, hey, can you come babysit for me? No, I ain't babysitting with nobody's kid. No, not doing it. But that is exciting news. Congratulations. That is amazing. You should name me as a godparent. Now, I'm not going to babysit. If that's a condition, I'm not going to do it. Just letting you know. Ain't doing it. Well, congratulations. Weasel. Hello, lawyer. This is very informative and rare service. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you as well. Thank you. Okay, let's see. I changed my address late August, but they still send my PF to my old address in September. How long does address change update? And it can take 60 days, 90 days. It can take a while. And that's just unfortunate, but that's the truth. Why will a British citizen need a U.S. visa lottery? Because they want to become a U.S. become a legal permanent resident and become a U.S. citizen. British citizens can get to come to the United States without visas to visit, but you can't stay more than 90 days, and that doesn't make you eligible to become a permanent resident here. You still have to go through the process. Afternoon is tanked up. Okay, I hear you. My brother is doing his PhD in political science. Can he apply for national interest waiver? He needs to sit down with a lawyer and evaluate his case. Want to call you to speak and arrange more on the matter of medical waiver. If you ask me, I probably will send it just the way it is for right now, and see what I don't know. And see. I guess maybe you should do that first, Mr. Magi. Maybe do the consultation with the doctors and see what they say. Some of them are able to say, you know what, you just never know. And it's this blanket waiver. There's a lot, but if you feel more comfortable actually filing the waiver itself before anything is sent, then we can do that and we can talk about fee and yes. Oh, Mr. Banner, sending you virtual hugs. I can't wait to meet you. These two ladies. That's a new one. A friend to my friend. I'm going to use that line. A friend. Hello, Epic Movement. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, listen, just Mr. Magic is something. I'm telling you, half of my emails. So I had to get his case assigned to an attorney in the firm because I was like, oh Lord. But I see the emails back so that I know if I have to jump in something. But it's like, Lord have mercy. God bless attorney God's chance. It's something, but hey, I automatically be him myself. You gotta love this. Yeah, this is life. This is just coming together and just having a positive space where we can come and be free and just, it is nothing like it. Yes, okay, the video on fear. So the person was asking about what the importance of prima facie determination is. Miss Ernest actually just confirmed yes, we have that video up on our page. So oh yes, that's true. Yeah, I think texted about it earlier. Yes, it is up. Yeah, it is up. My VAC case being two. Do you mean 2 years? Got AAD advanced parole. What's next? Just prayerfully approval of your VAC case. How soon will you advise someone to file for adjustment status after getting married? There is no time frame. It just depends on how good your evidence is. Okay, so you're an F1. While they're reluctant to send in they don't have to do it for you. You can do it yourself, or you can get an attorney to do it for you. But I usually I start every case with a paid consultation, so I cannot tell you whether or not it's the case I'm going to take until I have evaluated and talked to you about your case. But they don't have to do it for you in the school. I want to go stay with my fiance in Nigeria for a year. Well, that affects my fiance visa process while I'm over there staying with him. I'm assuming you're the petitioner. That should not affect anything. What does USCIS do after they approve your I-751 self-petition? What do you mean what they do? What do you mean after? What I'm not understanding. What do you mean that what did they do after? So that after the approval, what? Help me rephrase that. Until all the 2024 babies will eventually move to your house. Miss me with that one. Y'all don't even understand. Y'all, my baby is 13. Like 13. Like I haven't changed a diaper in at least 12 years. 13, like 13-year-old bigger than me, taller than me, like can pick up his mama baby. The funny thing is, I have a friend. My girlfriend, my girlfriend is 45. We're the same age. She's 45. She got married last. Was the last when did she get married? Last year. Anyway, she has a baby. That's where I'm going with that. She's got a newborn at 45. Nothing wrong with that. But her youngest kid from a previous marriage is 20. And I'm like, what? No. But then again, she's married to a much younger guy. I think her husband is like 30 or 35, something. But to each their own. If it works for them, they say, yeah. Ain't babysitting nobody's kid. Listen to the sanctuary. You and all those 2024 babies need to go to the left. How long does it take to reschedule your interview? If you cancel it, that's going to be up to USCIS to decide. Can someone in Nigeria have a consultation with you? I mean, if you're able to make a payment, but it's got to be US credit or debit card, or you have someone to pay for you. But I do Zoom consultations. So yes, you can be anywhere in the world and do that. God bless you every breath you take. Amen. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Well, my mama prayed for me this morning. Well, she prays for me every day, but she prayed special prayer for me. And I was trying to remember that. You know how your parents pray for you and they'll make you do anything for them? But my mom was thinking, Mama, listen, I won't be sitting here without my mother. So as long as God gives me strength and gives me grace and provides for me, she's going to be taken care of. Because those prayers need to keep coming. Well, thank you for that prayer. It just reminded me of that this morning. Okay, let's see. She is indeed very patient with you. Like, that's why she's on your case. She's got the patience of a saint. And you need to email her and tell her that. She would be glad to hear that. I guarantee you, Mr. Maji, she would appreciate it, because and that's why most of that I don't respond to. I see it, I go like, no, I ain't doing it. That's why she is the one on your case, because I already knew that. You're like, I already knew. Goodness strength. Also, don't forget Israel. Yes, yes. Let's pray for all Israel, and that's everything that's going on in the Middle East. Yes, that's all I can say. Just remember these people in your prayers. Will USCIS request new biometrics before I-751 is approved? Okay, so I don't think we've received that in your case, right? I think we've gotten the extension, but I don't think we've received. So we may or may not get it, but it won't come after the approval. It will come before the approval if they're going to do that. If they're going to reuse your prints from the previous case, the first filing, then they'll let us know. But and it may be in the stack. I don't know, but I don't think we have yet. I don't think we have. He has a reputation, Ms. Ellis, and he does. He does. Fianza visa, it's taking about anywhere from 12 months to 15 months for the USCI stage. The embassy stage is faster than here. What does USCIS consider when one requests for a fee waiver? How long does it take for them to send receipts for such cases? I can tell you how long. They'll consider whether or not you qualify, meaning do your finances actually prove that you're not able to afford the filing fees, and hopefully you don't have anything in record that you've submitted before that contradicts your request. It is heartbreaking. It is. It's really sad. But anyway, okay. What does it mean by invalid correspondence was received and reviewing it? It could mean anything. Correspondence was received and reviewing could mean anything. It could mean you changed your address. It could mean your lawyer contacted them about something. It could mean anything. It could mean we got a letter or your request for an update on your case. It could mean anything. So there's no one thing that would mean. I'm doing very well, Miss Amina. My lawyer changed office and he changed of my address request. How long will USCIS take? How long USCIS take time? I don't understand your question. What is the current status of someone who files for NIW-EB2 and got I-140 approved but still awaiting I-485 to be approved? Unfortunately, I-94 will expire this December, so would you advise to seek for another F1 status until I-485 approval? Just wait for I-485 approval. Disclaimer, general information. It's not anything about your case. Generally, if as long as you have filed a 485, as long as you were invalid non-immigrant status at the time you filed the 485, there is no requirement to maintain status as long as everything checks out fine. generally. So, but so if that helps you, yeah, but that's the general. So like, that's just it. So if that applies to you, then I don't see any reason why you should be worried. But that's just the general rule when it comes to that. Okay, I'm doing well, and Anthony said it. I am doing well. Am I able to apply for naturalization when applying to remote conditions concurrently? Married for 3 years, you're not. When you're applying for your remote conditions initially, if you've had one denied, that's different. If you're just initially applying for it, then that means you have been a green card holder for less than 3 years. It's not about how long you've been married; it's how long you've been a green card holder for. And I've said this so many times. It's not how long you've been married; it's how long you've been a green card holder for. When in doubt, consult with a lawyer. When in doubt, go to the form you want to fill. Every single form that USCIS has, there is a section that says form instructions. Read the instructions, so that helps you. If you still need clarification on that, then sit down with a lawyer and consult. So it's not about, so there's no concurrent filing when you're filing an initial 751, because at that point you're not, unless you are looking to do, you're in the military. And if you're in the military, you don't even have to file a 751. You can actually just get your green card, your conditional residency green card, resident green card, and as long as you satisfy the service requirement, you file for citizenship after a year. So there's no requirement that you have to have your conditions removed. So that's that on that. All right, people. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're welcome. I submitted my medical with my VA. Do I need to get another medical? VA was submitted in 2022. If they haven't told you that you need to get another medical, there's no reason why you get another one. But anyway, all right, people. Thank you, thank you, thank you as always. Thank you for joining. I think we covered quite a number of questions. Once again, if we can help you with your immigration case, please contact our office 334-341-4475. We will be. You have a great evening as well. We'll be glad to represent you. Please share this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓 Immigration. Thank you, Mrs. Abena. Thank you, Ms. Sanctuary. Always, you girls just rock. Absolutely rock. You are the best. Alrighty. So each night, you already know, we've got to remember. And I think so. My inspirational posts, I do those myself, because I need, we all need inspiration. I need to motivate myself, as well. But we're looking at the 2000. You're welcome. 2023 coming to an end. Yes, it's coming to an end. But guess what? God doesn't need but a second to turn things around in our lives. So you may be looking, okay, this year hasn't gone as planned. Okay, that's your timing, and that's your point of view. That's not God's position. And so, he is the God of the suddenly. There's nothing he cannot do just like that. And so if it hasn't been time for him to do it, no. God can't wait till December 31st before things turn around for you just like that. It doesn't mean he has forgotten about you. It just means that it's not your time yet, and that perfect time will come. Thank you. And so I get discouraged sometimes. Listen, I'm not always like, feeling like encouraging that, but I reach out to other people, like-minded people who say, you know what, I'm praying for you, and it's going to be okay. Because when you feed off of people's energy that are positive and they're inspiring and they're rooted in the word of God, and knowing that there is that higher being, which is God, which is Jesus, that is above all of us, that gives us grace and wakes us up each morning. As long as he gives us breath for each day, that means he's not done yet. The year may be ending, but God is not done yet. So let the year keep going. Yes, the prayer is that the year does not end with us. As long as he gives us the grace and the good health and spares our life to see the end of the year, I believe, and I truly, truly believe and know that we will all come together and we will, yes, delay is not a denial. We'll come together and testify to the glory of God. And I believe and I believe and pray and declare and decree and declare that we'll come together and testify to the sudden goodness of God. Because you see, God doesn't do anything just, we're doing just to happen sake. It's so that his name alone will be glorified. Bible says all may see and know and consider altogether that his hand alone has done this. So if we're going to be very, very clear that it's not any man's power, it's just God's grace that has done it. It's going to be in such a way where you would know that it is God's hand that has done this. So don't be afraid of the year coming to an end, looking back and saying the things have not gone my way, because greatness, there's still a lot of greatness, a lot of goodness, a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of expectations that will not be cut off before 2023 is over. So let's just keep believing, let's just keep hoping and knowing that God does not fail. Like I say often, a failed plan is not a failed God. He is God, he remains God, he would always be God. And that's all we can do. Keep trusting him, and there's no record of failure with God. There's no record of failure with God. So that's what we stand by, and we know that indeed, not an elder word will pass by without being accomplished.